Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Trail Talk. I'm so glad you could join us today. My good friends, also friends of the Heritage Center, but kind of a personal thing here too. Cindy Parks and Darcy Reeves are here representing the Chisholm Trail Arts Council. We love giving you guys this opportunity to talk about what you have coming up, especially this time of year. I kind of like having you guys come on this time of year when you have your membership drive going and kicking off your brand new year, because the concert series is one of my favorite things. Yeah. Just a little idea for you fellas out there. You can get 4 dates a year for you and your wife if you buy the concert series tickets. It's spread out over a little time. You probably score some big points. So just a little hint there. You can thank me later. That's what I'm the one who buys it for us every year. But
Date nights are secured.
Date nights are secured. That's right. And there's always such a great variety of everything. But anyway, Darcy, you're the executive director of the Chisholm Trail Arts Council. How long have you been in that position?
Since October 2012. So I'm about to finish my 11th year.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That is amazing. Wow. So,
and Cindy was the board president at the time I came on. She kind of recruited me.
have you been a board member there?
I was a board member for 6 years and then
Rolled off.
and I've been chairperson since then.
Ah, okay.
You don't want to let her go.
Right. Oh, I don't blame you. We hated to let her go around here. You guys may not know that Cindy was a teacher here for, how long were you a teacher?
Oh, just 5 years.
5
I
years.
think you had me beat.
Well, I stuck around a little bit longer after you left, so. But so you guys have really, you've been a part of, well, I would say you have helped make the Arts Council what the presence that it is today. I have a feeling in 2012, it looked very different from what it does today. Cindy's shaking her head.
Oh, yes.
So kind of give us an idea. What was it like back whenever you first?
When I first took over we only had 3 main programs, and I was located at different places, just office space, basically. We had the concert series, we had art education in schools, where we went out to the schools, and then we had Arts Explosion, and that was just once a year during the summertime. And then it was really about 1.5 years after I started that we found this new location. Someone presented us an opportunity and showed us this new space, possible gallery. I mean, we love it, and there we went. So started that from scratch. I knew nothing about an art gallery, didn't know any artists. My mailing list was 5 people maybe.
Oh,
And so it was building it literally from the ground up, not knowing anything about anything and just learning every year as we go, and just always trying to make improvements each year. So
well, I would say that space had to have just filled your mind with all kinds of ideas and opportunities. That space just lends itself to being an art showcase.
it was.
I mean, even though in the little loft area, it's not that big a deal, but just knowing, oh, I'll climb these stairs and there's going to be walls filled with art up here too. I mean, it's great.
And our landlord, Matt and Melody Setters, they're our landlords. They're the ones that really have the vision. And that's when he came out and said, hey, we really think this could be a good space for you guys. And they took care of us, put us under their wings, and just made us, helped us in that transition of being a successful gallery. So
And this is space to have CTAC art parties too.
Yes.
Oh, right.
20 people that do an art project.
we do quarterly, parties and stuff. So, or workshops or demos, and, just a space.
And I love your hanging system
Yes.
that you have in there. I just think that's cool. I mean, around here, we are constantly, we're switching this room out, putting art on the wall, taking it down, switching things out in the gallery, not so much the permanent collection, but the featured artists, and I love this system. I mean,
We had to do
It's really
something
awesome.
because our main walls are brick.
yeah.
And so you can't really drill into that. We temporarily had strips of wood that we
Mhm.
would hang our nails on. That was our first hanging system, really. And then we finally had to raise money and invest in an art hanging system throughout the whole thing where it's wire and hook and it's just
It's really great.
Yeah.
It's nice. So, so you guys are a nonprofit
yes.
organization, right? And so, how do you, where is your funding? Where do you get your funding?
We've been around since 1976 in the Duncan community. We started as the Duncan Arts and Humanities. We are one of the major organizational grant writers that receive grant money from the Oklahoma Arts Council.
Okay.
We also write grant money to the Castle Foundation, and those are our two major grant supporters. If there's other opportunities right out for grants, we do that as well, locally or real estate. Southwest Oklahoma is really kind of tough for those grants. It seems like they are more available in the metro areas. So we really have a hard time finding grants that come this far south. We do a lot of membership. I'm actually proud to say about 4 years ago, our membership dollars were about $8,000 in membership, and last year was our highest. We like doubled our membership. in
Oh,
the
wow.
Past 4 years. So,
Oh, that's great.
and of course, you know, we always try to increase that, but that membership base, that's just as important as that grant that we write for, because those are the people that we're serving, and their support gives us the confidence that we're doing the right thing for the community. And I'm just proud that our membership has grown. that much.
Oh, for sure. Well, and what some people may not realize is when you write grants, the organizations that give those grants expect you to be raising money.
Oh, yeah.
Too. So they don't just hand out free money. Not only do you have to meet this set of requirements, but you also have to prove that you are in the community, participating in your community
programs, and that we can't rely on their support every year to make that program happen every year. So,
We
Right.
have sponsorships,
Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
those CTAC parties are also a type of fundraisers. And then we have
we have a
Patty Bingo,
Yeah.
which is a
Oh,
fundraiser.
yeah. Which it sounds like we're kind of jumping into your calendar of events here, kind of willy-nilly, but I just thought it would be kind of interesting to get a little background on that.
like she said, sponsored for our concerts, and we hold 4 to 5 concerts a year. And then ad sales, that's in our playbill that we pass out at every one of our concerts, and ads have, I think the book has improved over the years. We did our contest from the front cover of the playbill. It's a full color book, and we've not raised our ad prices since I've worked there. So we want to keep it affordable, knowing that your support dollars truly go back to our.
Right,
So,
and they are great programs.
Yeah.
They're thick, they feel good, I mean.
Nice souvenir.
Right,
Yeah.
yes, and if you want to see what's gonna happen next, that information is always.
It's not just ads,
Right.
it's something that we wanted to create a playbill where these ads, the supporters wouldn't just be tossed away at the end of the show, that there's things to read in it, there's articles, there's art contest participants that we put within the.
You do like a little bio about them, right? Yeah, about the participants, but
Scholarship winners, the other
Right,
programs that
yes.
we have within CTAC, so.
I love them. I really think that they're quality. Yeah, I always look forward to getting that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So your membership drive is
Yes.
kind of happening right now. And we talked about this, I can't remember, maybe last year or the year before, about so when you become a member, you can do different levels
Yes.
of membership.
Mhm.
And it's kind of, in a way, tied to the concert series, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it's been a few years ago that we decided to not just, membership used to be just strictly membership, but a few years ago, we decided that at certain levels of membership, you get a concert, set of season tickets for our concert shows, and that really helped improve our membership sales. We've also introduced in the past several years flex cards. So based on the certain level that you get a free like coupon, so to speak, we call it flex cards to a concert of choice to a CTAC. We also partner with Duncan Little Theater, our local theater, the Lawton Philharmonic over in Lawton, with some of their shows. And then just recently, USAO, the university in Chickasha, is partnering with us for flex cards. So one of their shows during their season, they're going to be giving us a flex card for their show. too.
That's
So,
nice.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get that one yet.
No,
That one will be.
It'll be in the mail.
In the mail.
Yes, so
Yeah, but one thing to point out is, you can buy season tickets.
yes. Mhm.
That, what you pay for the season tickets covers just the season tickets, just the tickets to the events.
Mhm.
If you really want to be a member and really support the Arts Council, you do that by paying the membership fees
Mhm.
that is above and
There's
beyond.
the sense of philanthropy behind that part.
Right.
You do get a love at $100 level is what you get your first set of season tickets. So the value of season tickets are $65 or $75. And then anything above that is the philanthropy of giving back to our organization.
Yeah, and so I just think that that's something that, people should be aware of and think about. It's not just about paying ticket prices. That pays you back to a degree. It's never going to cover the cost of the concert, but just knowing that you can go a little higher and really give you guys money off the top then,
Yes.
or for you to reinvest into the community, because that's what you do. You take the money and reinvest it into the community through the arts, which is great. Our Duncan, I think, is very fortunate to have such an active arts community.
Yes.
And it feels to me like people are really working together just to make it a bigger and better and more I don't know,
Accessible.
and more known. More people know that they're aware of it, And I think that's just a win-win for everyone.
Yeah,
involved.
we have had people coming from a
Oh,
long
yeah.
way away to come to concerts and gallery openings.
A lot of compliments on
But
how
that used to
active.
not
Yeah.
happen.
And we are proud on how active we are. Our board members, they know as a working board, it's, we're very involved, volunteer work. Our committees have grown and really we couldn't do anything without the support that we have. Surround yourself with great people.
Right.
Great things are going to happen.
Right. And let me tell you, when they have an opening, they put on a spread.
We do.
Now, you guys put out all the good snacks,
Yes.
all of them. They're so good.
It is good.
Yeah, my husband and I went last Thursday. That's where he got to have supper.
Yes, another date night.
I said, get some of those meatballs, Kevin. I'm not cooking when we go home.
Exactly.
Oh, there.
For sure. Well, let's start talking about some of the events that you guys have scheduled that we can look forward to this coming year.
We usually kick off our season with the kickoff membership drive that you went to, and that's at the art gallery. It will be up now through the end of September, so around September 28th during our regular hours. It's just our art gallery full. We had 46 artists register. We have close to almost 200 pieces of art hanging in our gallery.
It is as full as I have ever
It's really
seen it. It is packed.
I was a little nervous actually, that we were gonna have too much. But we got it all in and it looks great. Every year, the artists that step up to the plate are bringing out their best and it's getting better and better. And we encourage artists of all levels of experience to participate. So we've got 2 or 3 kiddos that actually entered their art and they're hanging right next to some amazing artists. So I just feel like everybody needs that stepping stone and a platform to show their talent, and we do a good job. So the kickoff is what starts our year, and then we roll right into our concert series. And Cindy's our committee chairperson for the concert series. And what's our first one?
Our first one is Matt Axton.
You guys know Matt.
We had Matt here for the Hall of Fame event. He performed, and he is the son of Hoyt Axton and the grandson of May Axton. And I'm sure he'll play the favorites of Jeremiah with the Bullfrog.
Yeah.
Never been to Spain.
Right,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
And he's gonna bring a band, so it won't be, solo. That's exciting. His band is touring the States, and then
That's September 28th.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. And then we have the Vienna Boys Choir.
I saw that.
Yeah, that's November 7th. They are, if you're not familiar with Vienna Boys Choir, they are pretty much based in Austria, but boys from around the world go and audition to be part of the Vienna Boys Choir. And they're going to come to Duncan, Oklahoma.
Wow.
So it is
Wow.
super, super exciting.
That makes me think of the cellist from, well, we thought they were German,
Right.
but they were Russian and had been in Germany or whatever that story was, but just to think of those men traveling that far, like these young men will be traveling halfway around the world.
And they're sure that they all have their visas and I mean, just everything.
Oh, wow.
And they're like 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
A lot of, there'll be some classical, but there'll be some other modern type music that they sing as well. And then we have Kyle Dillingham, because every year we're trying to do a taste of Oklahoma talent.
Uh-huh.
And he is right here in Oklahoma, and he is a phenomenal fiddler. And he also can skateboard and fiddle at the same time.
Wow.
So we're hoping he does.
I hope that happens at the show.
Two talents I know.
Oh,
I have been to one of his shows, and he actually came out, he entered on the stage on his skateboard playing like Cotton Eye Joe.
oh my goodness. Wow.
No, it was incredible. And then our last show is
Fire and Rain.
yeah, Fire and Rain. They are Swearingen and Kelly. They're a couple, but they're gonna have a band with them. They're out of Nashville, and they're going to be doing a lot of songs from the 70s.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot of cover songs, few originals, but
oh, that sounds fun.
yeah,
That-
yeah.
Those kind of groups usually bring,
Country bands, way that
yeah.
people know the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the auditorium is usually pretty full.
yeah,
whenever-
it's fun to know the songs you're going to hear, be familiar with them.
And that's gonna end it in April, because our
Uh-huh.
season ends in April, so.
Right. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Date night.
That's right. That's
I
right.
just love how you get so excited, and I love how we see you every time. It's really incredible.
Oh, well,
You're so supportive.
they're fun. It's great entertainment. And I mean, it's right here in Duncan, you know? I mean, my mom and dad even come. They live not quite an hour away. And they come to all the concerts. The pastor of their church and his wife drive from Surreal over here to practically every concert.
Okay.
The Crittendens.
Yes.
They come over for that. I mean, it's just, there are people who make a little bit of a drive to see quality performance. And yeah, it's great.
Duncan really is, like you said, we're blessed to have the art community here in this town. The Simmons Center is a jewel in itself. We
Yes.
have a community, and they take care of us for every show that we put on. So, and we really have kept our prices as reasonable as we can. Like I said, in the past 10 years I've been here, the prices have been affordable, you know.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, for live entertainment, you can see the same thing as movie theater, just as, you know.
The Glenn Miller Band last year.
One of my favorites.
Well, first of all, I guess I was not so aware of the popularity of that kind of music. That place was packed that night. It was so cool, but they were very entertaining.
Yeah, we did. That was a silent show. And that was actually our second time. The first time we had them, I was pretty new. And, I knew right then tribute bands are an amazing thing to have. And when, Cindy got the message from them that they were coming back, we're like, yep, let's do it. So,
Yeah,
you know,
that's,
it was great.
it
It
was
was
a
a
very,
throwback to next year thing if we have them. So,
oh, without,
Yeah,
yeah,
their legacy.
yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, last year we had 2 sellout shows. That was the first time we've had sellout shows. And it's a good feeling to have, really.
Oh,
So
how encouraging.
it really was.
I mean, I know that it's hard to have
Yes.
these unbelievably talented people up there performing and not very many
Or people don't get it, or they
auditorium.
don't understand what it is that we're bringing. It doesn't matter how much we can shout from the mountaintops. Just trying to educate our community on what we are, what we're doing, who we're bringing to the stage, why we're bringing them to the stage. And it's just to create a healthy community overall, quality of life, and, you know, just think what we wouldn't have here if we didn't have the Arts Council or the Heritage Center or the Simmons Center for that matter.
Mhm.
Those are huge things that bring different diversity to people. It doesn't have to fit everybody's taste,
Right.
but that's why our concert series, we always try to find, it's not all gonna be the William type concerts. It's not all gonna be country and western, what Oklahoma probably hears a lot. We definitely try to have a diverse
Yeah.
lineup.
That was the kickoff concert last year was at the fairgrounds.
Yes. Mhm.
And there was a dance,
Yeah.
you could dance, and that was very fun.
Yeah.
That was really fun. I like whenever you guys throw something different in there. You know,
It was good, we tried a new venue and, you know, more people, I think, in this community seem to want to sit in the theater and watch. We know that there's people who want to dance, we try it, we listen, we take people's advice or suggestions or whatever, and if we can do it or afford it, if it fits right, we'll definitely try to go for it.
well, I think this year's lineup sounds amazing. I can't wait. September 28th, can you get that?
Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, so then if this current art show is gonna come to an end,
Correct.
September 28th, what do you have coming up after that?
Our art gallery committee basically plans out the whole year, so we've already got the lineup for the gallery set, and we're already brainstorming for the next year, basically. So after the kickoff, we have Rachel Stone, her in-laws actually live here, and her husband's from Duncan. Scott Mary Stone.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
I
so
know,
that's
I know
the
you're talking about. Uh-huh.
And so we're really looking forward to working with her. She does a lot more abstract, and I really said, do you have someone in mind that you might like to have as your, like a artist with her? you know,
Right.
two people, or do you think you can fill the space up? And she's gonna go for it. So we'll see how that goes.
Wow.
Yeah, so,
Great.
we're really looking forward to that. And, you know, the planning ahead is we're already planning, you know, 30, 60, 90 days out on her. She'll be here October through November, mid-November. So October 12th is on a Thursday. That'll be her opening night reception, and it'll go until about November 6th, 5th, that Friday or so. That'll be her show. When that is in progress, we're already working on the next show, and that's gonna be our annual, I think it's our 6th annual holiday and art show in sale. That one is for artists can register. We do a call for art, but they register by entering their pieces, and it's a pay registration fee per piece that they enter. It's $20 for artists, or it's $15 if you are a CTAC member. So you get a $5 off if you're a member. Registrations are due by Friday, November 3rd. You do online registration, and then we have a week where we get everything set and ready, and then November, I think it's the 13th and the 14th, the 13th, Monday the 13th, is our drop-off day. You're right. Our drop-off day is the 13th, and then the 14th and 15th, we'll have a guest judge the artwork based on what's being entered. We usually have 3 categories, And then on the 16th is going to be the awards and reception night. So that'll be our opening night reception on November 16th. And it's really, I mean, that's another huge turnout. Last year we were pretty close to 175, 180 pieces also. So it's going to be a packed gallery, and it's grown in quality. It really has. And the Inasmuch Foundation has supported us in the past with grant sponsorship money to provide us the prizes and stuff for those winners. That's to show. And we may, depending on what's in it, be able to increase it to a 4th category of judging. So more prize money is available to the artists. So, and so that'll be November 16th through basically December 15th for about a month. So, and then we take a little bit of Christmas break, regroup in January and February. We had it actually as a photography show, but we had someone that came and approached us and asked if we would consider something. And so this is the first time we've done something like this, but Janice Schwarnett, Steve Dixon, and Stephanie Martin from the Safe Center, Morgan, yeah. The 3 of them are working together to raise funds to create a second chance ranch. And it's a program for teenage girls to be able to recover after, I think, exiting a drug program. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. So we went to committee, and committee agreed to let Steve, who is the artist here in this case, feature his artwork with all proceeds of his sales that will go towards the second chance ranch. So we are going to be working with them one-on-one on trying to make a successful show. And we really hope that it turns out well for them. So
for sure. So that's very, very good.
We're really excited. We're proud for them, and we just want people to come out and support them.
Right. So I love that when one nonprofit helps another nonprofit like that. That's a great way. That's just one example of how the community supports each other. Yeah. And Stephanie I saw her at the event last week.
Yeah.
And she was telling me that they were going to be doing that, but I didn't know when. So now.
So that's January. And so his show will be up January, February. And then while that's going on, we're planning for our youth art month in March, which we have now started partnering with you guys. And we just reach out to local students. We've gotten kids from all over, really, Southern Oklahoma, because Southern Oklahoma doesn't have a venue or a space to promote these kids.
We have a little bit of a desert as far as that goes. I mean, we really
We feel
are.
like we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not really close to a metro. We're easily accessible. And so that's why they come down to us, and they support you guys, they support us. And so we're going to work on making that a better program again this year, for partnering with you guys and making sure we have an awesome family night. And so that's Youth Art Month, National Day in March. And then let's see, April and May, it's not our last show. We have Kristen Humphreys and Catherine Leonis Warren. Kristen is a art one teacher at Cameron University here in the Duncan site.
Okay.
And Catherine is a retired teacher from the Cameron University, professor over in Lawton. So together, those 2 faculty members basically will have their own art show.
Should bring some people from Lawton
I think so,
over.
yeah. And I know that they're 2 completely opposite styles of artwork. And so we're really excited about them. And then our season technically kind of ends June, July. We call it the Starving Artist Sale. And it's just a way for CTAC members who have artwork, they can show artwork again. They can clean out their closet, reduce, get rid of. That way they have room for the upcoming year to create and make new artwork for the gallery.
Right.
So most of our shows, we ask them not to repeat artwork, because then you have just repeat art shows all the time. So this gives them an opportunity to sell their artwork at a lower price or clear it out, fills our gallery for the summer. And we just call it Storming Artists.
I was actually thinking about that when we were walking around last week, at the familiar names.
Yeah.
But the different pieces of art. And I was thinking about how much work
It does.
that requires from an artist to be able to
Produce
just to,
and put out.
yeah, continuously be doing that.
It's like,
Yeah, so, and we understand it that an artist can't do every one of our calls for art and show, but it's a great opportunity. Like I said, it's a great space, stepping stone for people who've never, we have several people in the show right now that have never entered artwork before. One gentleman actually, Scott Smith, I think from Comanche, sold one of his pieces, first time ever. And so, yeah, good for him.
Yes.
And I'm glad we were able to be a part of that journey.
Oh, that's very cool. That is great. So, we've hit on the concert series, we've hit on the gallery things, but we're just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
You guys do so much more than those two things. So tell us, because you have continued the arts explosion and art in the classroom, right?
Yes.
You guys continued those two programs, which I love because I think it's so important for students to be, I mean, I'm Youth Art Month.
Right.
Those kids, yes, they're exposed to art. They're interested at some level. But there are other kids who maybe have no idea, no access,
Yeah.
right? And so talk to us about those programs.
So our education school, she used to be over this committee. She's probably better versed than I am sometimes on it. Who do we have? So our education schools, we basically start Stevens County. We've actually reached over to Lawton a couple times for their school. Who do we have starting out?
I'm not sure we have starting out, but we have,
Sorry, we have an Amber Alert here going on. Okay. There. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Guys.
well, we always try to have Dave Young.
Yes.
Do some sort of type making class. Last year he did something a little different. He
We
talked to the kids about how science was related to type making. And he did the older age group, and so incorporated a little bit more than just the art part of it.
Like that lived in the, dynamic part of it.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was very successful. And
Our main goal is, it doesn't have to be all visual art. So in the past, sometimes what we've done is, like, for example, we've had art and movement. So we brought a teacher into a PE class, and then they teach the kids dance and rhythm and
she stayed all week.
yeah, she stayed all week, and it was part of their PE. And then Dave again for the kites, we do him kite month in April and May.
We have a Chickasaw Nation coming in
That's
November.
Yeah,
Oh.
Chickasaw Nation in November.
What are they
They're going to every elementary school.
What will they be?
And they're going to be doing Native American, like type
Beadwork
classes.
or
Dance. Each school gets to choose
Choose the-
okay.
the three classes,
Uh-huh.
3 lessons that they want.
Very nice,
Yeah.
very nice.
That's exciting.
The Chickasaw Nation has really been collaborating
They do.
a lot.
Yeah.
And I really love that. I
I
think
do
it's
too.
important to teach about
Yeah.
their culture and keep all of that alive. And
Yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna be coming in November, and we have 5 elementary schools lined up for
And
them.
we usually have a mentor for Mr. Zen
Mhm.
right before they get to high school for music, right before they go to concert.
Yeah.
We'll have an instructor come in and kind of,
Do it.
from a different viewpoint than Mr. Zen's, kind of touch on some things that maybe he doesn't,
Mhm.
bring a different perspective, to all of it. And so that's.
So I know this has happened before, but like the performers who come for the concert,
Yes.
do they do an afternoon kind of thing like for middle school?
We try to do that. We always ask them if they will. And Kyle Dillingham is going to do an educational outreach. He's going to actually go to the pre-K center and for the afternoon. And, yeah, and do a little educational outreach for them. I mean, an educational outreach.
It'll be for little people, yeah.
And And then Swearingen and Kelly, the Fire and Rain 70s show, they're going to be doing an educational outreach too. But we have not decided who we're going to target, what audience we're going to target for that one yet. But yeah.
And not
I
all of
love
our
that.
concerts provide that opportunity for us, but
yeah.
that's actually one of the things that we always ask them, you know, is
Yeah.
of the lineup is, can you provide an educational outreach?
Mhm.
And we provide that free of charge to the schools that might come over for an afternoon matinee or the class workshop for the, like the pre-K center. It'll be free of charge to those students to have that opportunity with that outreach.
Yeah, we've had some songwriting ones that go into the English class and they'll write a really good song.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
something.
Oh, I love it, just stimulating
Yes.
young minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of times where we get our artists, we have the Oklahoma Arts Council has a teaching artist roster
Mhm.
that you can go in there and like I said, it's broken down in categories, what type of artists that you're looking for. And then that's really where we kind of search and try to find some of these artists at. And the Quincy's had one for us in the past, he's gone to Marlowe. That we've had, like I said, we had one go to the Lawton Arts, Academy of Arts and Science over in Lawton. Because we know that we have Duncan students that
Right.
train for over there.
Right.
And
Mhm.
we felt that was, their money is being over here supporting us in the arts, and we're going to make sure that we try to support them over there at their school as well. So where we can, we're still
Wow.
trying to reach.
That, and just you just kind of, touch on a little bit of everything. Art is not, like I say, it's not just the visual. There's so much more.
Yes.
And I love how the different programs, different teachers, different ideas, and different age groups.
Yes.
So last year we did a pumpkin contest, and it wasn't a pumpkin carving contest, it was just a pumpkin design contest. You make your pumpkin however you want to do it. You can paint it, you can paper mache it, you can do whatever. And we actually had 2 schools last year and had a really successful turnout on that. And so we're going to try that again, pick a different school to see if they want to participate. And essentially, we're letting kids win prize money, but the winning first place kid, that teacher will get art supply money towards their classroom. So
Well, that's
Yeah.
a great little perk.
yeah, just something, trying to give back something for the arts to the teachers and stuff. So,
Oh,
and it can be any class, teacher class, but the
Any
supplies,
age.
right.
Right.
And but what we are trying to provide is if you need art supplies for your classroom, we'll do like $200 or something for your classroom for that one.
And if, I know you guys have all seen on Facebook, teacher wish list.
Oh, yeah.
And all that, and a lot of times it's, something like that, some art supplies.
Just basic
Yeah.
supplies.
And I mean, you guys may have seen this, but we've had students who come here, and when they're in art, I know you saw this. Sometimes they don't know how to hold scissors
Right.
because they don't have scissors at home or at school.
Mhm.
And so they haven't had the opportunity to learn how to cut,
Just to use them.
or to color with markers.
Yeah, it's
Because
really
they don't
sad.
have things like that. They don't have those supplies available. And so anytime you put those things in the hands of a child,
Yeah.
that's just.
Yeah.
I never know what one child can make a difference. So.
Mhm, for sure. So Arts Explosion, that's a big annual.
I traced it back to 1991. I think they've been one of your kids. Not saying how old anybody is.
Right.
But 1991 is how far back I think I traced Arts Explosion.
Wow,
Oh, yeah, I was pretty.
that is impressive.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What a great
And it
program.
first originally started at the Civic Center and the classes there.
Mhm.
And over time, it grew to where they had to use the fairgrounds, their facilities for the venue. And
Well, it's also because the Simmons Center and all this
carpet.
And
Oh,
we were
right,
having trouble with
Right.
these projects.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so.
Our carpet could tell you a few stories. If you look close enough.
Yeah, so,
But we had full enrollment
yeah,
Oh,
this year,
That's
it
great.
was exciting.
last year and this year,
Mhm.
so that's.
We've gone through some downhill times to where it's like, what are we doing wrong? We're not getting the message out there. And again, it's just educating the community that these programs are available. This one is a paid, registration fee, but we do have scholarships available for students who can't financially afford it and attend. So we do have sponsorships that have covered art scholarships, and we're really proud about that. Basically, it's always annually. It's the third week of July. So this next year is what, the 15th through the 19th of 2024.
And we
Good
have
calendars, yeah.
kids kindergarten, 18.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, so
And-
everyone, basically.
Yes.
How many students can you accommodate? Just to give people an idea.
Roughly total, it's probably about 150, 160 kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
So
that's a lot.
every day, from what, 9 till 5 o'clock every day. And we rotate in groups. Our first session is usually the 3rd through 5th grade. So the students who just recently completed, what grade you just complete, so just completed 3rd, 4th, or 5th. Then they rotate 3 classes, and then the kindergarten through 2nd grade, they rotate 2 classes. And then the last class of the day is the team class, and then we dedicate 2 hours per day for them to work on that project. We feel that their attention span is there. We want them to have a good project and a learning base and all that stuff underneath them. And we feel that 2 hours should provide that teacher to give them a good quality art lesson and project at the end of the day. So,
And we had a really fun theme this year. It was famous artists.
Oh,
We were, and we just really wanted them to walk away with quality art, and it really, and learn a lesson about, a person.
kind of an art history.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Art history, more art appreciation, that type of thing, and it really worked well.
yeah.
Yeah, the students seemed to absorb it, and they,
The teachers really enjoyed teaching. I mean,
yeah,
Yeah.
they put out some good products, and
our
it's
teachers
fascinating.
are amazing. We have local art teachers. Every one of them have been qualified to teach art. Arlen Grant from high school. We had Rosanna Hamilton for the first year this time from the Duncan Middle School. Lacey Birch, she works at the library, Arlo. Let's see,
Kristen Humphrey.
Kristen Humphrey, the one that's Cameron Part 1, she did a team class.
Sandra Berry.
Sandra Berry's from Horace Mann. She used to be a high school art teacher who taught Arlen Brantley back in her day.
And Arlen was there.
And so overall, I mean, we've got
Quality.
very quality,
Uh-huh.
qualified teachers teaching these projects. And our goal is to make sure that it's not crafty, it's more art. Yeah, and
Right.
so that's our goal.
I love it. I love that that is the focus, and for such a long standing, successful program, you guys have to be doing something right. To, for 150 to 160 students, summer after summer, coming and participating and taking away,
Right.
and
I really, the kindergarten through 2nd grade, it's probably been our 4th year doing it.
Yes.
5th year. So originally when I first started, it was just the 3rd through 5th.
right, that I was gonna, when my kids were
Yeah.
in it, that was what it
And
was.
then we tried an adult class in the evening. That didn't really work out too well. So we made that more of a CTAC party for adults, which is what we do quarterly. And then we threw in a teen class, because when the 3rd through 5th grade are done, where do they go? There's
Right.
kids that still love art enough that want to be there. So we created a teen class, and that was very successful. We knew we were going to reach out to a lot. We usually hold about 20 to 25 kids in the teen class. That was the second one filled up this year. I mean, it really filled up fast. And what's the most rewarding is when you see those kids come back each year.
Yeah.
You watch them grow in the program, and you get to know them, their behaviors and honoriness and all that kind of stuff, and watch them mature as well. And
Right.
so,
And probably watch their art mature.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes, and Elena Hill was also an instructor this year.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's been a big part of the Heritage Center.
She has, yeah.
I remember she from when she was young and she was drawing on the sidewalk.
Yes, drawing with chalk, and we were all like, what is this? We need to frame this. How do we keep this from blowing away? Yeah.
So we were really excited. She did a really good job teaching. She's actually got our art scholarship as part of our art education schools. We provide a scholarship for a graduating senior, and she applied and she got accepted. So then we asked her to teach, and she was, I mean, just to watch her grow and mature in the art world. We're wishing her well going up to OSU.
Yeah, she moved in Monday or Tuesday or something. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's
So
ready.
exciting. I know. I'm
Exactly.
pretty excited
Wish
for
the best
her.
for her.
Yeah.
For sure. So does that kind of wrap up your events?
Yeah,
Or-
we just pepper the little CTAC parties and usually
Uh-huh.
workshops or demos as they come up and come along, in our planning. We don't have those on our set calendar. You can always find our information on our website, chisholmtrailarts.com. There's tabs up there for each one of our programs. There's about us, a calendar that basically just shows what we have going on, and you can even print out the calendar
Oh.
from our website. So if you need a hard copy of the calendar, it's on there, and it gives all the dates and times, dates at least, for what's coming up.
And you guys are very good on your Facebook page to
Keep everything.
great pictures, yeah, and lots of good information on that too. So,
We always promote the art exhibit that's going on during the time. What artist it is, the pieces that they're showing, the prices or whatever. You know, that's our thing, is just to promote and inspire the art. So,
well, we talked about kind of at the beginning of our conversation about how you are supported, financially. And now, viewers, that you've heard all the investment that CTAC puts back into our community, how could you not want to support in some way? I mean, maybe going to concerts is not your thing, but you could support them financially in many ways. Maybe you want to just go to one of their little art parties and just make something fun for one evening. Any way that you can do that. And most of all, share. If you see a post, share it, get the word out, and go to one of their open houses, one of their kickoffs or something, because they are so fun. You see tons of people. We run into someone we haven't seen in years. It seems like every time we go, someone else is that we haven't seen for a while. They're just fun. They are a very important part of our community. So I challenge you viewers to support the Chisholm Trail Arts Council. There's a ton of ways you can do
she's
that.
our new cheerleader.
Send your kids to Arts Explosion, or I mean, it's great. But we appreciate so much what you guys do. You're kind of everywhere. And not everybody always knows that, or they're not aware, or they don't connect the dots. And so that's why I'm glad you could be on today. And tell us all those amazing things you're doing.
We're not, there's never a mouthful if we don't have something going on.
Right. You said, you mentioned that you're open your office hours. What are your office hours?
We're typically open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 3:30. I am willing to set up appointments if needed, if people have to come after work or something like that to see the gallery. I am a staff of 1.5, so sometimes I'm out of the office for meetings and stuff. So, I always say call ahead. Our office number is 580-252-4160. So just, be patient with us, like I said, I'm the staff of 1.5.
Right.
And we can only spread ourselves so far at that time, or we can get volunteers and stuff as needed. But yeah. And we're located 1 block north of Main Street, and it's kind of in a different building. We're in the middle of the hallway of the building, so you can enter on the east or west of the hallway of the building. And but it's
Right,
good
and
space.
if you know where the parking lot is, that's behind R&S drugstore, and where the big wall that says Hodgson's Studio on it You just walk right through there and voila,
Yeah.
you're in the Chisholm Trail Arts Council.
Yeah, it's
It's-
an awesome space.
It is, it really is, it's so great. Well, Darcy, Cindy, as always, thank you for coming and being on Trail Talk. It's just such a pleasure. It's always fun. And anytime you go to events, you get to see these gals, which
I
is,
hope it's a good thing.
it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's always a good thing. So, I guess it's time for us to sign off. So, we say happy trails. All right. Okay, you guys ready? All right, you guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Happy trails.